Hello, everybody. Welcome to first semester. So, as you can tell, for those of you who are watching this now, I will see you, I think, next week. And because of that, you are going to start this unit, which is Unit 2, from the writing section. Well, maybe a little bit of reading first, and then the writing section. And then when I see you in person, we will do the first part of the unit, the beginning of the unit, which will be like the vocabulary words and, the introduction of the unit and that kind of stuff. That will be the first part. But for now, this is where we will start. So Unit 2, the theme of the Unit 2 is called the consumer behavior. Okay, so I gave you the definitions of what a consumer means and what a behavior means. So basically, consumer is you, everyone, people who buys things. Okay, so here in the dictionary, this is what it would say: a person who buys goods or uses services. So consumer are people who buy goods meaning products, or uses services like when you go to grocery stores, or when you use services like Grab services, or when you for whether it's delivery services or for driving you to places, that kind of thing. Those are services. And then behavior. The technical dictionary meaning is the way that somebody behaves, especially towards people, whether it's good or bad behavior. Okay, so behavior means basically how you act around people, especially around people, whether you act kindly, politely, using good manners, or you're just bad. You want to start an argument, you want to start a fight. Those things are behaviors, how you act around people or towards people. Okay, so you're putting those two things together: consumer behavior. Okay, kind of like how do people who buys things behave. Okay, so that's basically what this unit is going to be about. Listen, are you ready? We're moving on now. So like before, this unit 2, has two sets of vocabulary. Okay, which when we have class in person, I will go over these vocabulary words with you again. But you should already have the dictionary, you should already have the notebook, so you can put these words in your notebook. Because remember, I will be collecting your notebook with all these words and the meanings in them from your dictionary, not from your smartphone, not from your talking dictionary, you're not from any electronic devices or internet help. Okay, only from the dictionary that I showed you. So we can go over this. Okay, we'll quickly go over it. Allude to is a phrasal verb. Okay, allude to meaning like it kind of almost like a giving a hint without saying what you mean directly. It's an indirect way of saying what you really mean. That's allude to. Okay. If you get confused now, it's okay, because then we can, when we meet together in person, we can go over it again. Okay. So don't worry if you get confused. Relax. Okay. Don't get nervous. Concept is an idea. Okay. Concept is an idea. So if I ask you, what is your concept? I'm actually asking you, what is your idea? Okay. Distinguish is something being specific. Like I can distinguish different shapes. Okay, like specific shapes. Distinguish, like if you are all dressed in white, but one or two of you dressed in like an off-white, you're being distinguished. You're being specific. Okay. Evolve. I hope you already know what an evolve means. Being that you're an M4, evolve means changing, growing through, whether it is years, months, days. Okay, evolve. You have a growth, different. Okay, focus on. I hope you would know what that means. Focus on means concentrate, look at. Okay, focus on. Individual, really? Individual? One person, okay, one. Liberate. Liberate meaning setting free. Like, hopefully, after this video, you're liberated, okay, or you're free to do what you like. Okay, that's liberate. Pedestrian. Pedestrian is people who's walking on a sidewalk, people who's walking on a street, which mostly will be you, me, everybody who's walking. Okay, without any transportation, they're walking on a sidewalk. They're pedestrians. Priority. Priority is like most important. Like if I ask you, what is your priority? What are you doing today? What is your priority for today? I'm asking you, what is your most important thing that you're doing today? Okay? Promote. You know what promote means? Promote meaning advertising, making people know what the companies are selling, or when you're working, you start from the bottom, but then when you move up, that's promote. Okay, you're getting promoted, you're getting an advance. Okay. Sophisticated. Now sophisticated has more than one meaning. Sophisticated meaning like is in physical appearance, like you look really nice, you look very sophisticated. Okay, that means you dressed better than normal. That's sophisticated. But sophisticated also can mean in mind, in mental state, how you use your brain. Okay, so like if you can talk about many different things and many different subjects, then you're being sophisticated. You have a sophisticated mind. Okay, and I think in your book they're talking about sophisticated mind, not sophisticated appearance. Okay, so you have to get that difference. Urban is city, is where you live in your, servant, like modern now. So that's set one. Okay, don't worry if you get confused. Don't worry if you didn't understand something. Just note it. Okay, note it. Write it down. Highlight it in your notebook, and then when we meet, you can ask. Okay, you can ask me those words. And then set two. Set two. Feature has more than one meaning. Okay, feature is like the main event. Like if you went to a sports event, if you went to a concert or movies, okay, they give you all the trailers, previews, but then the actual movie when it plays, that's the feature, that's the main thing, okay, main event. But feature can also mean like physical things. So if I ask you what is your feature, I'm asking about yourself. I'm asking about what you look like or what she or he looked like. But feature can also mean like in physical sense of new technology, new cars, new phones and TVs and that kind of thing. So when you buy new stuff, new technology, first thing everybody asks is what's the main feature? What's the eye-catching feature? Okay? That the selling point. In theory is an idiom. Okay? Like kind of like when you are talking about if this happened, then this should happen. So like in theory is in kind of like that. You're talking about that. Like in theory, you should know these words already, but it is okay if you don't. See what I mean? Like if you knew it, then you didn't have to go over it. If and then theory. Okay? Almost like summing up what you think is going to happen. Or should happen. Investment is a business sense to help, like a big company would help a smaller company, or when a person who wants to open up a business but that they don't have enough money to open up a business, so they go and ask for you to help. So if you give them some part of the money, like loan them the money to open up the business, then once their business grows and does well, they can pay you back that investment. So that's the investment, helping a business. Mentally is talking about your mind, how your thought process goes. Like if you say things like I'm mentally drained, that means that you were thinking so much that your brain or your head is tired. That drained meaning tired. Like you can't think anymore because you're so tired, you're exhausted. That's mentally. Okay? Minimize is making something smaller. That's minimize. Negative. You know what negative means, right? Minus in math. Minus is negative. In English or in English speaking language, negative meaning things that are not, N-O-T, not good, not do this, not a good idea, things that are bad or has a different feeling, like not a good feeling, that's negative. Neutral is like being in the middle. It's not good, it's not bad, it's just, it's in the middle. Okay, so like neutral also mean as in color. So you have white, and then you have black, and then you have neutral. Neutral color looks like almost like a cross between a peach color. Well, it's kind of like a peach color, peach and white, but you put it together, and you, when you mix it, it's very, very like off cream color. That's beige. That's peach. Or neutral. That's neutral. Neutral color is very, it's kind of difficult to explain actually. It's a little bit darker than cream, and it is also, neutral is also called beige, almost like your skin color. Okay, that's neutral. Potential. Potential is when you have a certain ability to do well. Okay, so if I said you show lots of potential to be successful, to become successful, that means that you show a lot of abilities, that you can do whatever you want, and whatever you want to accomplish. You just have to try a little bit harder, do a little bit more. That's potential, that you're showing your abilities little by little. Okay, well, you know what remove means, right? Take out, remove, delete, remove. Okay, residence. Residence is place where you live. Okay, residence is a place, not a resident. Okay, with a T, resident with a T is a person. That'd be you. Residence, CE, is where you live. Okay, that's that. Tend meaning like what are you going to do? Like thinking about it. I tend to do this. I'm going to think about doing that. Tend. And then visualize means think about it. See it in your head. Like imagine it. Imagination. Pretend. That's visualize. Okay, visual is to see. Okay, that's visual. See it. But visualize is imagine it in your head. See it in your head. Okay? So those are the words, set 1 and set 2 quickly, but we can go over that again when we see each other. Okay? So basically, you know how to put those words in your notebook. Okay? If you don't remember, here is the example again, just to give you a quick review about that in your notebook. Your word, part of speech, the meaning, and then 3 sentences using that word. Okay? From your own head, not from dictionary, not from website, not from other electronic devices. Only from your head, your own words. Okay? And I gave you some examples here, the 3 examples. So moving on. So basically in Unit 2, we're going to talk about this when we see each other again. But quickly to review it, the unit question is what makes you want to buy something? So when you come and see me, or when we see each other in person, I like for you to have this question answered in your notebook after your vocabulary is finished. Okay, so you got a week to do, so you can get this done. And it's just a paragraph. That's it, 1 paragraph. what makes you want to buy something? Think about it, okay? Before you answer the question, think about it. Why, what, why or what makes you want to buy something? Why do you buy what you buy? And don't write because I like it or because it's pretty, okay? I want a paragraph. So explain your answer. Okay, remember, this is a writing section that we're practicing. Okay, what makes you want to buy something? Really think about it. Okay, your paragraph has about 5. I want you to have 5 sentences or more. Okay, please, 5 sentences or more. Do not give me less than that. Do not give me less than 5. It must be 5 or more. And don't give me trying to be funny. Don't give me a funny answer by saying because I like it. It needs to be better than because I like it reason. Okay? So moving on. So I'm giving you this again. Consumer and behavior, your definition. Okay, so you know that already. So consumer, and you probably recognize this picture from the last one, from your first unit. This is not a comparison from unit 1 to unit 2. I'm just giving you this picture what a consumer looks like. Okay, it's just everybody. It's children, it's adults, it's adolescents, it's teenagers. Okay, everybody. That's consumer. People who buys things are consumers. Whether they're children or teenagers have nothing to do with it. Okay, it's just people who's buying it. So that's the picture. Okay, it's just everyone. You are a consumer. Okay, so in the book we were also going to this question again when we see each other, but I wanted you to see and think about this question, so when you do come and meet in person and when we go into talking about this again, you have an answer. Okay, you can write this answer in your book because it's in your book on unit 2 on page 32. Okay, so you can write this answer in your book. And there's 2 questions. The first question is, what sort of things do you like to shop for? Sort of means like kind of. What kind of things or what stuff? Okay, what things do you like to shop for? That's 1. So just give me a name. Do you like to shop for shoes, sunglasses, books? Okay, whatever. Then why or what do you not enjoy shopping for? Okay, so 1, what you like to shop for, and the other one, what do you not like to shop for? Okay, you can answer that in your book. So if you want to do that now, you should do that now. I'll give you 2 minutes to do it because it's easy, quick. Okay, it's a short answer. Okay, you got 1 more minute. Okay, time's up. So I hope you wrote that answer in your book, and then you can answer it when we meet. Remember it, and I hope you have written it down in your book. So question number 2. How does the way something appears influence your decision to buy it? Okay, that word influence meaning help your decision. Okay, help you make that decision. That's influence. Okay, so how does the way something appears meaning looks. Okay, so how does the way something looks help your decision to buy it? You can also answer this question in your book again. Okay, so if you say something like well, I don't want you to say because it looks pretty, so I want to buy it because it's pretty. That's very, very simple. And I don't know if you actually do that. Do you actually do that when you go shopping? Just because it looks pretty, you're gonna buy it? But I would like for you to think about it, okay? Because we will be discussing this 2 questions in class when I see you, okay? And I'd like to hear from you. So hopefully you will have this answer written down, okay? Because I will more likely be going around the class and checking your book and see if you did, okay? Don't get nervous though if you didn't. It's okay. It's not a homework assignment. Not right now. So relax. Woo! Don't get nervous. So this is quickly your reading 1. Okay, and the title of your reading 1 is called So Much Dead Space. Creating Store Windows Alive with Promise. Okay? This has, I believe, 9 paragraphs. But they're kind of easy reading, okay? But I will go over certain words with you, like in the first sentence where it says, I am a nerdy American researcher. Nerdy meaning like person who knows everything, who's really smart, you know? And a lot of people who are really smart tend to wear glasses. Like, and they wear like sets of pens in their shirt pocket. Or you may have some in your class where the students who are smarter than the average normal person, okay? They are called nerds or nerdy, okay? Mechanism in paragraph 1. Mechanism is uh like steps, like coping mechanism. Coping means how you deal with things, whether it's good things or bad things, how you deal with it. And there are steps that takes to deal with those. Those are called mechanism. If you go down further and paragraph 2, as I stroll is like walking casually, walking, not slowly, but more like casual. You're kind of like you're walking and looking at the same time. That's kind of strolling. You're not going fast, you're not going too slow. You're kind of like walking in a medium pace, but doing a lot of looking. That's stroll. Okay? So I like for you to read this unit. Well, not unit, sorry. Woo! I want you to read this article, Dead Space. And I like for you to highlight or underline the word or sentence, or make a note around a paragraph or wherever. If you don't understand something, if you are confused about something, and then ask about it. Okay? Ask about it when you see me, when we meet in person, because I don't want you to be confused, because I like for you to all understand and know what we're doing. Okay? And then we can talk about it together. We can understand it and get to know it together. But if you don't speak up about it and you don't ask about it, then I can't help you. Okay? I'm not a mind reader. So if you don't understand, you have to ask me. Please, 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 please ask me. And I'm not come to beg if you if you don't come ask for help. I'm not begging, I'm not chasing after you. So you're gonna have to come and ask for help. Okay? You're M4. You're old enough to do that. So moving on. So this is a continuation from your reading. Okay? Goes to, like I said, paragraph 9. There you go. It's not, like I said, it's not a difficult reading. Okay? There are certain words you may or may not understand, and that's okay. It is okay. But remember, you also have your dictionary, right? So before you come and ask me what this certain word mean, you can look it up in your dictionary. Like that word, competitive. You know what competitive means, right? So things like that, you can look it up in your dictionary. And it is okay for you to do that. And then if you still don't understand it after you're looking it up in the dictionary, then you come and ask me. And then I will do my best to help you understand. Okay? But basically, competitive, meaning when all the other people, like the stores, are trying to get a lot of people in, and who's gonna get the most people to buy their stuff, buy their products. That's being competitive. Who's gonna sell more? Okay? Competitive also mean as in sports, when athletes, sports players, play against each other to see who's gonna win. That's being competitive. When yourself or the other students here in school goes to competitions on speaking or dancing or playing sports, ta-da, with other schools and other students from other schools. That's being competitive. Okay? And that word retail or retailer, retail is like clothing stores, shoes stores, bags. Those are retail. Retailer is the people who are selling those. Okay? So things like that. So what do you think basically that word dead space mean? you can write this question down and then answer it. And tell me when we meet, because I will be asking you this question. Okay, dead space. Dead space basically talking about when you go shopping and you see inside the store and you're looking at a window. One section of the window has design stuff like things in it, but the other side has barely nothing in it. That's being dead space, where there's a whole lot of empty places. That's being dead space. It's not, all the spaces are not being used correctly or filled. That's being dead space. So basically, this article is talking about that. It's talking about how the stores and the store owners are trying to use all the space that they have to fill the dead space, so to create it more interestingly so that they can get their customers to come in and buy their products. That's pretty much what it's about. Okay? And that's pretty much what dead space means. So let's move on. And in your book, after you read this is your first homework assignment. But you can do this in your book. It should be very easy for you to do, okay? Being that I've already explained your vocabulary words to you. And so you can do on page 38 in your book. It's your vocabulary section. And all it is, it's multiple choice. You choose A or B, okay? You circle it or X it or check it. However you do it, highlight it, mark it, whatever, okay? This is your first homework. First homework in your book. And I will check this homework in class when I see you. So you have a lot of time to do it. But you need to complete this in your book. Okay, remember, I'm saying in your book. In your book. Not your notebook. In your book. Okay, it's in your book. Page 38. Got that? You understand that? And then, if you have time and you want to do more after you read your article, then you can go on to page 39. Letter D. Okay, letter D. And letter E. But I said if, okay? If. For your vocabulary on page 38, that's a must. Okay, that's a must. That you have to. For page 39 and page 40, letter F. Or and maybe letter G. D, E, F, and G, you don't have to do it. If you want to do it, if you have time to do it, great. If you don't have time to do it, if you don't want to do it, it's okay because we can do it together in class. Okay? So relax. I'm not going to be mad at you or upset with you or be angry or anything like that if you don't do it. It is okay. So relax and do not panic. Okay? All right. So we're going to move on. So now we're going to talk about your writing skills. Like I said before and earlier in this video. Okay? Your writing skill in this unit 2 is all about descriptive writing. Okay, so you might want to ask, or you might want to know, what is descriptive writing? And if you don't understand the word descriptive, then you're gonna have to look it up in the dictionary. Okay, but I was pretty much helped you out a bit. In your book, on what page is it? In your book, there's a section called the writing skills section. Oh, I can't find it. But it and your writing skills is a writing a descriptive essay. So they basically tells you in the book. It's pretty much what it says. Okay, descriptive essay describes a person, place, or a thing in a way that gives the reader a clear mental picture of the subject of the essay. Okay, so what it basically is saying is you're describing what you see or what you ate, where you are, so that when I read your essay, I can see it in my head. I can picture where you are. That's what descriptive essay means. It means to describe it. But it's pretty much more than that. Descriptive, like any other essay writing, descriptive writing has organization. Okay? Introduction, body paragraph, and conclusion. Okay? That's pretty much what an essay is. So you know what basically an introduction means, okay? Introduction means how you're going to introduce your topic, what you're going to write about, okay? And your main idea is a thesis statement. That's the main idea, your main focus, what you are going to be talking about, okay? And then the body paragraphs are supporting your thesis, your main idea. So if I gave you an example and I want you to write a descriptive essay on shopping, you're gonna have to tell me your main idea about shopping. Then your body paragraph has to be like about 3 paragraphs and supporting shopping, your main idea. Okay? And then, okay, that means 3 reasons. That's a body paragraph for 3 reasons, 3 supporting ideas, 3 supporting reasons for your main idea. And then you have your last one to finish. That's conclusion. Conclusion is basically summing up your whole entire essay. You're summing up your main idea. Okay, you are not introducing a new idea, because then that would mean that your essay would never end, because you introduced a new topic, so you have to continue writing about the new topic. So if you want to end your essay, you have to end it in conclusion. You have to end it in summing up your main idea and what you just said. Okay? So you're gonna have to, I would like, well, I want you to read this part in your book to understand and get the idea of what a descriptive essay means. But if you're a little bit confused now, it's okay. Another meaning, this is pretty much saying what I just told you. It's a type of writing that is meant to describe a person, place, or event in a great detail. Got that? Yes? No? Maybe? Maybe? If you said maybe, it's okay. But if you said no, then you're gonna have to tell me. Write it down your where you're not understanding it. Okay? It's basically a type of writing. That's all it is. But you have to describe it. So if I asked you, like, okay, well, if you said, I went to Hua Hin during vacation time, and then I ask you, okay, well, describe it. You're gonna have to talk about it in detail. You know what a detail means, okay? Telling me where in Hua Hin you went to, where you stayed, how long you stayed, who did you go with, all these things. These are what you call a detail, okay? But if you still don't understand it, here you go, okay? Descriptive writing. What is it? Well, descriptive essay uses 5 senses to describe a place, an object, or a feeling. Okay? In descriptive writing, the writer, which would be you, the writer, must describe the place, the object, or feeling so well that the reader, which will be me, can picture it in his or her mind, in my mind. Okay? So when you write something about Hua Hin and then you hand it in to me and I'm reading it, I need to picture it. I can see it in my head, in my mind, what you're describing. Okay? That's descriptive writing. But you have to do that in detail. Detail. So if you tell me, oh, I heard this great song, and if I said, okay, well, describe it to me, that means that you're doing the descriptive writing about that song, the song that you heard. So you'd have to write in detail about what the song is called, who wrote it, what it means, why you like it, when you heard the song, everything in detail, so that I will know it. I will know what you're talking about when you're talking about this particular song. Okay? That's pretty much what a descriptive writing is. And again, if you're still confused, write the question down and ask me when I see you. Okay? Don't send me a message. just wait until I see you, and then I will help you again. Okay? There's no need to panic about it. Really, no need to panic. So, this one is your first, well, one of the first writing homework assignment. Or I gave you one already before the last one, right? I'm not quite sure about that. But here's one. Okay, this is quite easy. So I don't want you to print this one out, but I would like for you to focus on the writing part. Okay? But you have to, in order for you to do the writing part, which is on your right hand side, you need to answer the questions on your left hand side. The city I'd live in. Okay? You don't have to ask. Okay? You don't have to ask me. That's what consult means. Consult means talk to me about it. I hope you all know what the name of your city is. If you don't know the mayor of your city, it is okay. Don't worry about it. Okay, I don't want to know that great of a detail. So if you don't know the mayor of your city, just say, I don't know the mayor of my city. That's it. Okay? The school I attend, I hope you know that you're going to Porisan. Because if you don't know that, then, well, you might need help. Okay. The best place for you to visit my city is. Okay, so this is about you're telling me about your city. So if I came to your city, where would you want me to visit? Where's the best place for me to go and see in your city? That's what it's asking. Okay, the best place for you to visit my city. Okay, you're telling me about your city. Where should I go? I think my city is great because they already started out for you, so you need to finish that sentence. Why do you think your city is great? Okay. My favorite restaurant in my city is, tell me the name of your restaurant. I think the prettiest street in my city is, you don't have to give me the street name. Just tell me about the street. I think the prettiest street in my city is where my house is, or where my favorite restaurant is. Things like that. Okay, you don't have to give me a street name. Just talk about it. Now, where it says state I live in, state means province. Okay? What province do you live in? I live in the state, or I live in the province of blah. Okay, so now a lot of you gonna ask me, well, teacher, what about I live in Bangkok? Well, Bangkok is also not only a city, but it is also a province. Okay, you should know that already. Okay, the capital of my province. Well, if your province is Bangkok and the capital is Bangkok, then it's okay. So relax. The president of my province. Okay? You don't have to know it. Okay? Pretty much the president is actually not really that what they're talking about. They're talking about like the governor. Okay? Governor of your state or your province. Sorry. Governor of your province. Because president is pretty much talking about the whole entire nation, the whole entire country. Okay? But this is talking about your province. Your province is the governor. Okay? If you know it, it's okay. If you don't know it, that's okay too. So relax. Don't take anything serious here, okay? It's not serious thing. Just relax. The colors of my province flag. Normally, in the US, okay, every state has its own flag. That's why it's asking this question, okay? But I don't know if Thailand has its own flags for each province. Okay, so if you don't have that, that is okay. Abbreviation for your province. Okay, like for my state, I come from New York. Okay, New York, abbreviation for New York is NY. Okay, so that's what it's asking for. Abbreviation, it means a short name of your province. Okay, so if you are from Bangkok, your abbreviation for Bangkok is BKK. That's abbreviation. Okay? My state is called, if you're from Bangkok, then it's Bangkok. Okay? A famous person from your province. Okay? Famous person, like celebrity. Okay? From Bangkok or wherever your province is. The state bird or meaning your province. Does Bangkok, if you live in Bangkok, does Bangkok have a bird, specific bird for Bangkok? That's what it's asking. Does it have a specific flower for Bangkok and tree? Okay. Now, after you answered all of this, on the right hand side, you're going to write a short essay. Okay, short essay about where you live. Okay, but you're writing it in a descriptive writing. You're going to tell me about it. You're going to tell me where you live. You're going to tell me about your city. You're going to tell me about your province. Okay, that's what you're going to do. That's what you're going to tell me. All right, don't worry about the 120 words or whatever, because I don't expect you to count up to 120 words. So relax about that. Just write. Just tell me about it. Okay? And use your left hand side sheet, the one that you just answered. Use that side to help you write your descriptive writing. Okay? This part should be in your notebook. Not the left hand side part, just the writing part where you're describing it, doing a descriptive writing about where you live. That, okay? It should be in your notebook. This one is going to be in your notebook. We understand that part, right? And then this is the last one. Sorry about the focus. It's kind of a little off focus, but I think you can still read it. Now, this is a descriptive writing. Okay, don't forget, don't worry about the check-in part, but this is about the writing, okay? And this part, I may ask you to do it maybe when I see you, I think. I'll think about it. But I want you to think about it, like write down notes in your notebook, okay? Just write your notes, simple notes. Okay, so it says use a complete sentences to describe a real place you have visited, okay? Real place, don't make it up. It's not a fantasy. A real place, okay? Think of your 5 sentences. What did it look like? What did it smell like? What could you touch, hear, or taste? Okay? So think about it. Think about a place that you went. And write down and write your little notes. Don't worry about where it says to think of your 5 senses. Okay? Don't worry about that part. But I just want you to think about it. And try to think about these questions. Okay? But also, like, where was it? Where did you visit? Who did you visit with? Okay? Because you're doing a descriptive writing. And you're M4. So you should be able to describe to me all the places you went. But you're writing the notes down. And this one, you're just writing the notes. You're not writing the essay yet. Okay? You're not writing the essay yet. But you're only writing the notes. Your thoughts. Okay, it could be one word, it could be a sentence, it could be 2 words. Okay, so things like that. Like if it said, what did it look like? It looked like snow because it was so white, or it looked like heaven. But basically, I have no idea what heaven looks like, so you're gonna have to describe that to me too. Things like that. It looked nice. It looked green. Greeny. Ooh, don't use that word because that's not even a word. It looked green because you had a lot of trees and grass and whatever it could be. Okay, things like that. What did it smell like? It smelled like a foot, sweaty foot. I don't know. It smelled like a giant potato or a rotten egg. I don't know. Okay, things like that. But you're writing a small notes so you can remember it. And writing it down like where you went. Okay, who did you go with? Understand? Okay? Just writing in your notes down. Don't write it like as an essay. Just writing the notes. Again, then when we meet, we will continue on again. Okay? So hopefully you understand that now. So this is where we're going to end for today. Okay? Don't get nervous. If you're confused, if you didn't understand something, it is okay because we're going to meet in class and we'll do it again. Okay? We'll go over it. So you don't cry, don't get upset, don't freak out. There's nothing to be freaking out about. There's nothing to be crying over. Okay? You'll be all right. We'll be okay. We're going to do this together. All right? I'll see you in class. Good luck. Bye.